Previously on Mega Man 6. Roam defeated that old Mr. X. Mr. X took a spelling test and failed. And the worst disguise in villainry history. Shock and surprise! And now... Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again, getting back to the Mega Man 6 Fortress Stage Perfect runs. And welcome to Dr. Wily's Skull Pagoda of Doom. And it's stolen the world's largest baguette. Fight Mega Man for everlasting oversized baked goods. So, Skull Castle Stage 1. Let's do this. And already we need the assistance of, well, a power suit. I really like the music for these Wily stages. It's very desolate feeling, very dire. And once again... Yeah, for people in the comments who are telling me that you can skip the transition cutscenes, that's pretty much the only part of it you really can skip. You still have to let Rush teleport all the way down. So it is still kind of flow-breaking. The suits, they can be fun to play with. I just still kind of feel like they... I don't know, they take away a lot of the charm of having an animal helper. So the first part of the stage really likes to make you fight canopellers. And it likes to put them in kind of dangerous locations, like making you fight them while you're positioned on these fans here. There we go. And now, think quick. Think quick or die. It just wouldn't be a Skull Castle stage without a dangerous spike drop, now would it? Hey, turn around. So you might have noticed there was a branching path up there. We'll deal with it later. For now, we need to deal with using the jet suit very carefully. It's momentum-based, so you have to be careful going around those corners. Tempting as it can be to just jump in and jet, the momentum is likely to carry you right into the spikes, so be careful about doing something like that. Now we have a rather annoyingly placed Benkei. With the way it's positioned, you can't get too many hits in on it if you want to do this the safe way. Or you can do it this way if you're feeling more daring. But you really have to know the timing at which he throws his spears. Just get rid of the squid real quick. And again, turn around. And with that, it's boss time. It's time to fight Mechazaurus. And this is a fight that if you don't know what you're doing, it can go very badly and quickly. First thing to note is that there is a safe spot over here. That much I realized. But properly fighting this thing, that I didn't notice. And for this I would like to thank Faurera. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They left a comment on my channel telling me to look at the pattern at which the platforms emerge. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now a pause. 1, 2. Another pause. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They come out in patterns of 4 and 2. And the patterns time out well with the fireballs. The first platform in the set of 4 will always emerge at a point where Mechazaurus does not throw fireballs. So it's a slow and drawn-out fight, but it is a pretty safe one if you know the secrets. If you just go at this battle without paying attention to that, yeah, it feels like it goes faster, but chances are you are going to get hit with an errant fireball. And this was causing me a lot of trouble. It's another of those fights where I just want to get through it as quickly as possible due to the loud nature of the explosions in this game. But fighting slow and steady, at least it kind of guarantees your victory. It just takes a little longer is all. But hey, if it gets me through this stage, I'm fine with it. It's a very simplistic boss design overall, so it's kinda easy to overlook this. But the entire time I was fighting him in practice runs and my first few attempts of this stage, anytime I got here and fought this guy, I had the nagging feeling that there was something I was overlooking, and lo and behold, there was. And it's that kind of thing that really makes me enjoy doing these videos. Learning these things I'd never noticed about these games that I've been playing for a long time. But seriously, I do wish they had toned down the explosion noise in this game. It's kinda ridiculous, just a little bit. A notable thing about this fight, though, if you're doing it without this pattern, is that it's easy to get caught up on the platforms. Their hitboxes are kinda weird overall. A lot of times it feels like you should be landing on them, but it says no, or it feels like you should be getting free of them, and it says no. So that can cause a lot of trouble too. For those that just want to wrap this fight up a bit faster, the weakness is actually Yamato Spear. But yeah, that's the thing about the pattern of fighting this guy, is it's very easy to overlook. I don't think even Pink noticed it, because I had asked her if she knew of any safer way of fighting this guy, because it was driving me crazy. I just wanted to be done with this place. And so I watched her video. She actually used Yamato Spear to just clear this stage faster. But when I asked if she noticed any safer way of fighting it, if she had a particular strategy, she said all she did was just fight it as quickly as possible and hope for the best. So, yeah. It's just kind of funny how easy it is to overlook this. And really, there's not that much to talk about, though I kind of missed my pattern there. You do have to pay attention so that you don't lose track of that. Also, always make sure to retreat to the safe point over here. And goodbye, good sir. So, glad to be done with that one. So that we've cleared the first of the Skull Castle stages of Mega Man 6. Time for a little preview of what's coming next. And it looks like Ice Stage time, but we'll get to that next time. For now, outtakes. Enjoy! And more canapellers. Yeah, I wasn't getting out of that one. And now we have to very carefully use the jet adapter. It is momentum-based, so you have to be very... You have to actually hit the right button for starters. Derp! So here we have a kind of annoyingly placed Benkei. If you want to do this the safe way, you don't get too many hits against him on each spear. If you're feeling more daring, though, and really know the timing of his spear, which apparently I don't, I really need to practice this. Bugger, I knew that was going to get me at least once. And so it's time to fight Mechazaurus. This fight can go very badly very, very quickly. especially if for some reason, despite you hitting the jump button, you don't jump. This largely feels like a reaction battle, and you really have to hope that the fireballs cooperate with you. Which, largely, they kind of want to do that. It's very easy to get cornered by them, since you have to ride these platforms up to fight Mechazaurus. Well, bugger. To fight this guy, you have to ride the platforms he provides and shoot him in the face and hopefully not get shot in return. But that doesn't always work out now, does it? The angles at which he fires off the shots, they feel a bit randomized. I think that one was just me being dumb. You really have to hook... I guess I didn't quite get away from that one fast enough. Okay, Mechazaurus, I don't like you, you don't like me. Let's work out our differences. You have to ride the platforms up and get smacked with fireballs. That's a key thing. This fight, you... really? So dodging around them is kind of a tricky thing. And sometimes you don't quite hit the platform. Well, bugger. And now for Mechazaurus. This fight, it's kind of a thing. Honestly, that was pathetic. You have to ride the platforms up to shoot him in the face, and it's easier said than done. What am I doing wrong with this fight? It feels like there is something I'm missing. There honestly feels like there has to be something I'm missing here, but what? Break time. Wait. That's really all there is to this? Seriously? Okay, I have to see this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 3, 4. 1, 2. Sure enough, that actually works. Well, yay for the internet, but I knew there was something I was overlooking. How did I not see that? So now it's time to check out the alternate path. And for that, we're going to need the jet suit. For this, bear in mind that momentum does count against you. So you need to start jetting early if you want to land where you need to. Otherwise, you're just going to fall straight down there or not have enough fuel to get over here. Now you need the power suit. And if you want to get all the goodies, you may as well leave it equipped. First things first, an E-tank. But these striped parts of the platform are fake, so you need to make that jump. Next, there's some small energy to gather. Destroy this block, and then hold right. And you can get some large weapon pickups too. Once you fall down here, everything meets back up. So it lets you skip out the parts where you have to jet around all the spikes, but that's about it. One encounter with caterpillars, maybe. So it is definitely an easier path and more rewarding. So amusingly, Mechazaurus is another of those bosses that you can fight in a different way. Power! So time for this bit of silliness. I reject your platforms and their silly hitboxes. I reject your strangely angled fireballs. Sadly, this does not actually count as a weakness. Each platform that explodes against him only does 1 damage. But you are completely safe if you stand here. so this is a very super easy way to just cheese this boss. And technically it's probably a bit faster too. Maybe not faster than the Yamato Spear, but it works well enough. Get the timing down and you can take him out pretty easily. So yeah, not a weakness, but still very satisfying. And so we've made our way into another of Wily's castles. You know, Crystal Man must be working overtime to help him pay for all these lavish buildings. Anyway, at least we're in now, and at least this stage wasn't too bad after that oh-so-helpful comment. I gave Skull Castle Stage 1 a 2 out of 10. With as long as the boss battle took, I was able to cover most of what I had to say about him there, so let's talk about the stage. There are a few tight areas here and there. The combination of Mets and Fire Tellies at the start can be slightly troubling if you aren't careful. That one Ben case positioning is fairly annoying, as is making sure you can get rid of the squid's ice cubes safely as you take them down. In all these instances, though, if you take things slow and steady, they're simple enough. Heck, if you're willing to be patient, the slower method of fighting the Benkei is quite easy. The Caterpillar rooms, however, can be a bit tricky, and if you're not comfortable with the jet suit, some of the spike drops can be a bit of a thing. The secret passage here, I would say it is a bit of a trade-off. The path itself is much safer, but it's slightly trickier to get onto in the first place. Either way, I don't think it really factors in enough to warrant its own ranking. But really, knowing the foolproof way to fight Mechazaurus, that only extra difficulty point really comes from the trickier bits of the stage itself, and even then, it isn't that hard. Mechazaurus, just keep counting and taking the safe platforms for your attacks, and there's no risk to it whatsoever. Thus, a 2 out of 10 for this stage. I still can't believe I never noticed that pattern. My thanks once again to Farrell for pointing it out to me. It was quite helpful. With that though, that's the end of this one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.